Welcome to Filmatic. I am your host, the Film Doctor. Okay, please. Okay, the jiggle. Don't jiggle. Don't jiggle. Don't change editing. Excuse me.
No one wants to hear from you.
Don't change the editing. You think I didn't see that little slide move? I don't know who you're paying off, but don't change the editing and add little sound effects and things that. Stop doing that, okay? I don't know who you're changing things inside of the editing room with. Little favors that you're doing in order to do so? I don't know, but you need to stop it, okay?
You should ask yourself a question, right? The people that work for you act like they work for me and do what I say and not what you say.
They don't work for you.
Who really runs this show?
They always work for me, and they will continue to work for me.
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
Ascending to a higher level.
Excuse me. To our viewers, just want to remind all of you guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You have to do all three of those things in order to enter, not just one or the other. You have to do all three. Like, comment, and subscribe in order to be entered into the giveaway for a $25 gift card to Best Buy. We have been noticing an increase, so let's keep it going. Just don't forget to do all three. That's all we have for the announcements for today. Let's jump into what's coming soon.
Movies that are coming soon.
Don't do that.
Coming soon.
Okay. All right.
Movies that are coming soon.
Cut. So the movie that we are reviewing today is called Breach. Okay.
So guys, this movie stars Bruce Willis, Rachel Nichols, Thomas Jane, and it's called Breach. We're going to be reviewing it today.
Time out. Stop doing that. Okay, so the movie is called Breach. It's with Bruce Willis, and it's not to be confused with the old school Breach, but yeah, it's one of his independent kind of films. We'll say it's not really. I'm
surprised you knew there was more than one Breach.
That's because I own them, and the original one was good. Well, own it, not them. The original one is good. Have you seen it, Film Nurse?
No, I have not.
Oh, shocking. So, let's go ahead and check it out.
Departure for New Earth to commence in T-minus 3 minutes.
First jump.
Yeah, just a little friendly advice.
Just get out of my seat. Come on.
There you go.
Welcome to the last ship making the journey to New Earth. For the next 6 months, we will blaze across space and time. I hope it's the paradise they said it would be.
Hey, where you been hiding?
I don't know what could have done this.
Something seems to be dissolving him from the inside out. It's not human. And it might still be out there.
If it's out there,
Zombies in
we
space?
kill it.
You remember how to use one of those things?
What do you think? Look up! Light him up!
There are 300,000 souls on this ship.
So we're headed to New Earth at the speed of light with an alien?
Yeah, we got it.
What are you gonna do? Improvise!
Bullets were useless.
What about fire?
Might work.
All right, who wants barbecue?
The CGI on this looks like the monsters from like Resident Evil. It's definitely not the kind of movie that I thought it was going to be. They don't need to tell me that it's going to be an independent straight to DVD kind of film because it looks like it. Who's ready for barbecue? Come on, Bruce Willis. Is this what we're resorting to?
But I'm harsh on movies.
Is this what we're resorting to?
This man just called this a straight to DVD film.
You know it's going to be straight to DVD. You already know. It's probably out right now on digital. You could probably buy it right now because it's right after the trailer. They just released the movie. They were just like, "Fuck it."
I feel like I've seen this film before. It's just being repackaged as something else. I feel like I have
like
seen
5
this movie
different
before.
movies. It's being repackaged as 5 different movies. No, just special effects like the gunfire that looked fake. Like it just didn't look that good or appeasing to me. Like I don't think I'm going to check it out. I might check it out.
Yeah,
Just
I was
to see
about
if
to
it's
say,
good.
don't lie.
I know,
You know this movie.
because I watch everything.
You you picking up that DVD. Don't lie.
I've already hit download. It's downloading right now. I'm gonna check it out.
I won't be checking it out. You don't have to worry about
We'll see if
that.
it's on
Somebody here
TV.
will keep their word.
So that's all we have for movies that are coming soon. Let's talk about new releases.
New releases.
Stop.
New releases.
Stop. Do you understand the word stop? Like, do you just run through stop signs? Stop.
New releases.
Okay, you're done. New releases, please. New releases. So we're looking at Mulan, and I'm gonna let you go ahead. Just jump in there. Tell me what you think, because I have to gather my
I
thoughts
can
on it.
see the world. I can see the future. That is what is missing in Mulan: singing and Mushu. It's so hard. I'm gonna judge this film on its own and not with the backstory that I have of the animated movie, because I do love the animated Mulan very, very much. It is near and dear to my heart. And I know Mulan has like different takes on it. It's a Chinese tale that has very like different takes on it, so it's not all singing. It's just Disney did it that way. I want to say some of the camera shots and the angles. This was like some of the crystal clear picture. Like I didn't watch it in 4K, but it felt like I did. The cinematography was good to me. I think the art concept was really good to me. The actors, you know, I feel like they could have chose somebody else for Mulan, but I understand. She didn't do terrible, but she wasn't great. And then as far as like the storyline goes, it's so hard to not compare it to that to the previous iteration. I think the story was okay. There were some points that were hit or miss that didn't really align with the storyline, but it's Mulan. It's a tale of Mulan, so everybody kind of already knows the story. So I mean, the story was okay overall. It's an okay movie. It's something that you can watch, I guess, with your kids or your family. I gotta give it a B minus. I'm not gonna give it a C plus because I love the cinematography and the artwork that they did on this movie. So, but yeah, that's my review for Mulan.
There's so many different things that I want to say, not enough time in order to say it all. But I'm going to say that I'm not the biggest fan of the original, to where I remember it to compare it to this one and say, you know, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do this. I do know about Mushu. I think he could have been there if they were going to have that.
Needed that comedic relief. They needed that comedic relief.
They could have had him there if they were going to have that stupid fucking Phoenix. Like, what's the difference between that Phoenix, which I don't remember inside of the movie, versus Mushu? And, you know, the singing, I think that they don't need to have had like a breakout and she does like a whole song, but she could have had moments where she's singing to herself and had that nostalgia that was needed for people that are huge fans of Mulan to be connected to. And you didn't have to have 5, 6, 7, 8 songs, but you could have had like 2 or 3, you know, where she was just singing to herself or somebody else that was saying something, singing to themselves. I do agree that person that they casted, they could have casted someone else, but in all honesty, she did kind of look like Mulan. She just probably should have did a better job on selling that character for Mulan. Yeah. And I don't think that was achieved. I think that you know, you put Jet Li in there, you want to see Jet Li fight, and
if I see Jet Li in a movie, I'm
he didn't do shit. He didn't do anything, and I'm just like, can you smack somebody? Just chop him to the throat or something. Like, we have to see Jet Li fight if you're gonna be in any film.
Right.
So that was that. And the last thing that I can think of is just certain things that didn't make sense, like the point where Mulan's inside of the water and this other guy, he just comes up and gets in the water with her, or he thinks is him. Like, you see another guy in there taking a shower, you're just gonna start taking off your clothes to go into the water naked to talk to them. Like, you could have talked to them afar. Like, I don't know what the purpose was of that. there was just certain things like that. And I'm just pointing out that specific one that just didn't make sense. There was a lot of goofy, silly humor that didn't make sense. Like, sure, it's a kid's movie, but I don't even think a kid would have laughed in it. Like, it was just stupid kind of humor at some point. And I don't remember that to be the case really in Mulan.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not an avid fan of it to where I remember every nook and cranny from it. So with all of that being said, I would say that I would too give it like a B minus, maybe even a C plus. Either out of those two, and it's just the reason why I'm giving it 2 grades, and I really don't like to give it 2 grades, is because there were just so many things that were faulted for it, to where I feel like it could be that B. That C plus, but if you were to overlook it, it could get that B minus.
B minus rating. Yep, I think we're on the same page here.
So that's all that I can say about Mulan.
The man out of you.
Are we really still singing?
Yes, I'll make a man out of you.
Let's check out movies that are must see. All right, so the movie that we picked for movies that are must see is Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg, Ronda Rousey.
Wiggity Wahlberg.
So go ahead, jump in. Tell me what you think.
I thought this was a good movie. As our viewers may know by now, we enjoy action films. And for those of you who are new, we enjoy action films. This was a good action movie. I would love for there to be a sequel to this, but I don't think that's going to happen.
They were talking about it. They were saying that they would do a sequel called Mile 23 after the success of this one, but I don't know why they didn't. And I agree with you. I think there should be a sequel. You could do Mile 23 all the way up to Mile 100.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping for that sequel. I think Mark Wahlberg does a good job here. There's so many that the acting is really good here. I think the camera work is good here. The action scenes are very believable. And there's even one action scene where I won't tell the character's name or anything like that, but he's fighting 2 people, and the sequences that they're doing is really amazing to see how they were doing it. So the action scenes are very well put together. If you enjoy action movies, you will enjoy this movie. It's not a hard watch, and it's not like it's a super long movie. I think it's only like an hour 26. And you know, the movie doesn't really like, if you watch it twice, it'll give some stuff away to you, but it doesn't really give away all of its secrets. It keeps some of those twists and turns for the end, which I think is really good, that unpredictable storytelling. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I would definitely recommend people checking out Mark Wiggity Wahlberg in Mile 22. If this film is going to get an A from me, an A, because it is A-OK.
Okay, so are we done with that? So I think that the acting was good. The big thing out of this, because I like to point out that one thing that makes it a must-see, that one thing that makes it a good movie, and I really do think that it was that story. I had to even Google, like, what just happened? Like, explain to me, I'm confused, what's going on, and I'm not going to give it away, but there is a huge twist at the end, and when I saw it the first time and I saw that twist happen, I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I tried rewatching it, I still don't. I Googled it, I was like, I get it. And like you said, I don't think that there was anything that was given away throughout that film up until that point. So I think that that's good, because a lot of times people try and use the foreshadowing to try and guess it, and I don't think that anything was really given away. Now, I do remember when I went to see this with somebody, they did reach over and say something. They were like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And then it got to the end, and they were right. And they had to kind of like explain to me, and I didn't really get it. But like I said, once I looked it up and read everything about it, I understood it a lot more.
Right.
And, I think that the acting was really well done. Mark Wahlberg movies, he's not out there doing something where it needs an Academy Award, but he's out there doing movies that are really good and deserve the credibility that it I think it needs more credibility than what he's usually given. For a lot of his movies, like Patriots Day, this. Most of them were really well done, and I don't see them getting the recognition that they deserve, or even sequels, because like we said, Mile 21 definitely could get a Mile 22. Ronda
Mile
Rousey,
22 could get a Mile 23 because the movie's called Mile 22. But you would know that if you were me.
shut up. Ronda Rousey is also. I don't think I can think of any movies that she's been in outside of this one, but I think that she did a good job too.
I did not.
She's already a badass, and so therefore portraying a badass was just natural for her.
She could just be herself, and I think that is what lended to her being good in this movie.
And even for the people that are not names, no names, or not popular names.
Well, Lauren Cohen is not a no name.
I'm not saying she was. Ronda Rousey and Mark Wahlberg, whatever you said. I think that those individuals, those are big names, but the other people, they still did a good job for people that were not big names. So they did cast that well. So that's all I have for movies that are must see.
That's all we have for movies that are must see.
I was giving my review. So that's all I have for movies that are must see. My rating for that is an A. I do recommend people go check it out. And before we end,
it is on Netflix, people.
I will smack you.
Just let the people know where to watch it. It's on Netflix.
Netflix. I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere else. Redbox as well.
Netflix. Netflix
as well. But that's all that we have for movies that are coming soon. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You have to do all three in order to be entered to that giveaway for a $25 gift card to Best Buy. And as always, this has been another exciting episode of Filmatic.